In question number 19, we have to show that of all the rectangles inscribed in a given fixed circle, the square has the maximum area. That means we have to maximize the area of rectangle and then prove that it is a square. Now it is also given to us that the rectangle inscribed in a given fixed circle. That means the radius of the circle is constant. Suppose ABCD is a rectangle inscribed in a fixed circle of radius R with center O. Now let angle BAC is equal to theta. So in triangle we have to find the maximize the area of the rectangle. So we will find out the length and breadth of the rectangle. Now in triangle BAC, sin theta will be equal to BC upon AC. Now sin theta equal to BC and AC is equal to the diameter of the circle. As we have taken radius as R, so diameter will be equal to 2R. And this will give us BC equal to 2R sin theta. Similarly, cos theta will be equal to AB upon AC. Again, take AC as 2R and that will give us AB as 2R cos theta. Now we have to maximize the area of a triangle. For that, of a rectangle. For that we will find out the area of rectangle ABCD that I have taken here as A. Now area of rectangle will be equal to AB into BC. Now AB was equal to 2R cos theta and BC was equal to 2R sin theta. Now after putting the values of AB and BC, we are getting the area of rectangle A as 4R square sin theta cos theta. Now we have to maximize this area. So our first step is to differentiate A with respect to theta. As here R is constant, here it is only one variable quantity, that is theta. So we will differentiate area of rectangle A with respect to theta. Now dA by d theta will be equal to 4R square. Here we will apply the multiply rule and this will give us sin theta into d by d theta of cos theta plus cos theta d by d theta of sin theta, and that will be 4R square cos 2 theta, as cos square theta minus sin square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. Now in second step we will again differentiate dA by d theta with respect to theta. Now d square A upon d theta square will be equal to 4R square. D by d theta of cos 2 theta will be minus sin 2 theta and d by d theta of 2 theta will be 2. And therefore d square A upon d theta square will be equal to minus 8R square sin 2 theta. Now in order to find maximum and minimum values, we will take dA by d theta as 0, and this is giving us 4R square cos 2 theta equal to 0, and that means cos 2 theta will be equal to 0. As we know that cos pi by 2 is equal to 0, thus 2 theta will be equal to pi by 2, and this will give us theta as pi by 4. Now at theta equal to pi by 4, the area of rectangle A will be equal to 4R square, or rather first of all we will check whether it is maximum or minimum at theta equal to pi by 4. So at theta equal to pi by 4, d2A upon d theta square will be negative. That will be minus 8R square sin 2 into pi by 4, and this is coming as minus 8R square, which is less than 0. So we can say that the area of rectangle ABCD is maximum at theta equal to pi by 4. Now after proving that area is maximum at theta equal to pi by 4, now we will prove that at theta equal to pi by 4 the rectangle is a square. Now at theta equal to pi by 4, the side AB, that was 2R cos theta, will be 2R cos pi by 4. cos pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2. That means AB will be equal to root 2r. Similarly, BC will be equal to 2r sine pi by 4, and that is again equal to root 2r. As we see here, the length of rectangle is equal to the breadth of rectangle at theta equal to pi by 4. Thus, we can say that the area of rectangle inscribed in a fixed circle is maximum when it is a square. And question number 20, we have to show that the right circular cylinder of a given surface and maximum volume is such that its height is equal to the diameter of the base. Now here it is given that the right circular cylinder of the given surface, that means the surface area of the cylinder is fixed, and we have to maximize the volume of it, and thus after that we have to prove that its height is equal to diameter of the base when the volume is maximum. Now suppose height of our cylinder be h and radius be r. Now surface area of the cylinder that I have taken s here will be equal to 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. That is curved surface area plus area of two ends. Now here s is constant. So here there are two variable quantities and these are r and h. So here from here we will find out h in terms of r. So here 2 pi r h will be equal to s minus 2 pi r square, and that will give us h equal to s minus 2 pi r square upon 2 pi r, which on solving will be equal to s upon 2 pi r minus r. Now we have to maximize the volume of the cylinder. So we will find out the volume of the cylinder, and volume of the cylinder is given by the formula pi r square h. Now pi r square and h, the value, we will put the value of h from equation first, and that was s upon 2 pi r minus r. Now on multiplying both the terms inside the bracket with pi r square, we are getting the volume of the cylinder V as SR upon 2 minus pi r cube. Now we have to maximize the volume. So we will, in our first step, we will differentiate V with respect to the variable quantity, and that is R here. So on differentiating with respect to R, dV by dr will be equal to S upon 2 minus 3 pi r square. Now in second step, we will differentiate dV by dr with respect to R. Now d2V upon dr square will be equal to minus 6 pi r, as here S is constant, so d by dr of S by 2 will be equal to 0. Now in third step, we will take dV by dr as 0, and this is giving us the value of R as under root S by 6 pi. Now add R equal to under root S by 6 pi, d2V upon dr square, that was minus 6 pi r, will be equal to minus 6 pi, and in place of r we will take under root S upon 6 pi, and this is negative here or less than 0. So we can say that the volume of the cylinder is maximum at r equal to under root S upon 6 pi. Now after maximizing the volume, we have to prove that the height of the cylinder is equal to the diameter of its base. So at r equal to under root S upon 6 pi, or we can say S equal to 6 pi r square, the height of the cylinder will be equal to 6 pi r square upon 2 pi r minus r from equation first, and that will be equal to 2r. That means height of this cylinder is equal to 2 into radius of the cylinder, and 2 into radius will be equal to the diameter of the base of the cylinder. That means or we can say that volume of cylinder is maximum when height of cylinder is equal to its diameter. Now in question number 21, of all the closed cylindrical cans of a given volume of 100 cubic centimeter, the volume is given and that is constant here. Find the dimensions of a can which has a minimum surface area. So we have to find the dimensions of a can which has a minimum surface area. That means first of all we have to minimize the surface area and then we have to find its dimensions. Now suppose the radius of the cylinder be r and height be h. Now volume of cylinder is given to us, that is 100 centimeter cube. Now volume of the cylinder is given by the formula pi r square h. So pi r square h will be equal to 100. Here r and h are the variable quantities. So here we are writing h in terms of r. So h will be equal to 100 upon pi r square. That is our first equation. Now we have to minimize the surface area of the can or cylinder. So we will find out the surface area of cylinder and that will given by S equal to 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square. Now as H was 100 upon pi R square, so in place of H we can take 100 upon pi R square, and that is giving us the surface area of cylindrical can as 200 upon R plus 2 pi R square. Now on differentiating S with respect to R, which is variable quantity here, ds by dr will be equal to minus 200 upon r square plus 4 pi r. On differentiating ds by dr again with respect to r, d2s upon dr square will be equal to 400 upon r cube plus 4 pi. Now take ds by dr equal to 0, and that will give us minus 200 upon r square, as ds by dr was minus 200 upon r square plus 4 pi r. So minus 200 upon r square plus 4 pi r will be equal to 0. And on solving this, we are getting the value of r as 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3. Now at r equal to 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3, d2s upon dr square. Now here d2s upon dr square is positive, whatever the value of r for every value of r. So we can say that d2s upon dr square will be greater than 0 for r equal to 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3. Thus we can say that surface area of the cylinder is maximum at r equal to 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3. Now when r is equal to 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3, from equation first, here h was equal to 100 upon pi r square, h will be equal to 100 upon pi r square, r will be 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3 whole square, and that will be 50 upon pi raised to power 2 by 3. Now 100 can be written as 2 into 50. This will be pi 1 minus, now pi upon pi raised to power 2 by 3 will give us pi raised to power 1 by 3, and this 50 raised to power 2 by 3, 50 upon 50 raised to power 2 by 3 will be equal to 50 raised to power 1 by 3. And thus we can say that h is equal to 2 into 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3. Thus we can say that the surface area of cylinder is maximum when radius of its base is 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3 centimeter and height is equal to 2 into 50 upon pi raised to power 1 by 3 centimeter. Now in question number 22, a wire of length 28 meter is to be cut into two pieces. One of the piece is to be made into a square and other into a circle. What should be the length of the two pieces so that the combined area of the square and the cube is minimum? Now combined area of the square, and we have to take the combined area of the square and the circle as minimum. Now suppose length of the wire drawn into circle be of x meter. So length of the wire drawn into square will be equal to 28 minus x meter, as the wire was of length 28 meter. Now as the length of the wire drawn into circle was x meter, so that means the circumference of the circle will be equal to x. And if the radius of the circle is r, then 2 pi r will be equal to x. Now that will give us r equal to x upon 2 pi. Similarly, the length of the wire drawn into square was 28 minus x. That means the perimeter of the square will be equal to 28 minus x, and thus the side of the square will be equal to 28 minus x upon 4, and that will be 7 minus x by 4 on dividing both the elements of the numerator separately by 4. Now here we have to minimize the combined area of the square and the circle. Now combined area of the square and the circle A will be given by area of circle plus area of square. Now area of circle will be equal to pi r square, and from equation first we can see that r was equal to x upon 2 pi. So area will be pi into x upon 2 pi whole square, plus area of square is equal to side square, and side of the square was 7 minus x upon 4. That will be 7 minus x upon 4 whole square. Now on solving this, we are getting a as pi x square upon 4 pi square plus 19 minus 7x by 2 plus x square by 16. Now we have to minimize the area, so we will differentiate area or A with respect to variable quantity, that is x here. On differentiating A with respect to x, dA by dx will be equal to 2 pi x upon 4 pi square minus 7 by 2 plus 2x by 16, and d by dx of 19 will be equal to 0, and that will be equal to x upon 2 pi minus 7 upon 2 plus x upon 8. Now we have to find out, in second step we have to find d2a upon dx square. So on differentiating dA by dx, again with respect to x, d2a by dx square will be equal to 1 upon 2 pi plus 1 upon 8. Now on taking dA by dx equal to 0, we are getting x equal to 28 pi upon pi plus 4. Now for maxima and minima, we will check the sign of d2a upon dx square at x equal to 28 pi upon pi plus 4. Now for any value of x, d2a by dx square is always positive or greater than 0. So we can say that the combined area A of circle and square is minimum at x equal to 28 pi upon pi plus 4. Now, thus the length of the wire drawn into circle was taken as x, and that will be 28 pi upon pi plus 4 meter, and the length of the wire drawn into square will be 28 minus 28 pi upon pi plus 4, and that will be 112 upon pi plus 4 meter. Now in question number 23, we have to prove that the volume of the largest cone that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius r is 8 upon 27 of the volume of the sphere. That means we have to maximize, now it is volume of the largest cone means we have to maximize the volume of the cone inscribed in a sphere, and then we have to prove that its radius is 8 upon 27 of the volume of the sphere. Now radius of a sphere is given to us, that is capital R. Now this is a circle and a cone this is a sphere of radius r and cone is inscribed in it. Now so OA will be equal to OC equal to R, that are the radii of the sphere. Now let OB is equal to X. So in triangle OBC, BC square will be equal to R square minus X square by Pythagoras theorem. And we can say that BC equal to under root capital R square minus X square. Now volume of the cone V will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi R square H. Here radius of the cone is BC and height of the cone is AB. Now that will be V equal to 1 upon 3 pi. Now BC square will be R square minus X square and into AB. AB was AB will be equal to OA plus OB, and that will be R plus X or X plus R. Now we have to maximize the volume of cone, so we will differentiate V with respect to X. Now on differentiating V with respect to X, dV by dx will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi into R capital R square minus X square minus 2X square minus 2XR, and that will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi R square minus 2XR minus 3X square. Now our second step in maxima and minima is that we have to differentiate this d2v, this dv upon dx with respect to x again to find out d2v upon dx square. And that will be equal to minus 2 upon 3 pi r plus 3x. Now on taking dv by dx equal to 0, 1 upon 3 pi into r square minus 2xr minus 3x square will be equal to 0. Or we can say that r square minus 2x square minus 3x square is equal to 0. On factorization, we are getting the two factors of r square minus 2xr minus 3x square as r minus 3x into r plus x, and that will be equal to 0. Now either x minus 3x will be equal to 0 or r plus x will be equal to 0. Now, or we can say that r will be equal to 3x or r will be equal to minus x, as r cannot be equal to minus x. Now if here r is equal to minus x, then the height of the of this cone will be equal to 0. So r cannot be equal to minus x. Therefore, this capital R will be equal to 3x. Now, at r equal to 3x, d2v upon dx square will be negative. So we can say, or less than 0. So we can say that the volume of cone V is maximum at r equal to 3x. Now volume of the largest cone will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi capital R square minus, that was x square, and value of x from here will be r upon 3, that will be r upon 3 square into r upon x plus r, that will be r upon 3 plus r. And on solving this, we are getting the volume of the largest cone as 1 upon 3 pi into 8r square upon 9 into 4r square 4r by 3, as we have to prove that the volume of cone is 8 upon 27 of the volume of the sphere. And we know the formula for volume of the sphere is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So from here we will take 8 upon 27 as common. 8, 9, 3 is 27. We will take 8 upon 27 as common, and this is giving us the remainder as 4 pi r cube upon 3, and that is volume of the sphere. Thus we can say that volume of the largest cone is equal to 8 upon 27 of volume of sphere. In question number 24, we have to show that the right circular cone of the least curved surface area or least curved surface and given volume has an altitude equal to root 2 times the radius of the base. That means we have to prove that in a right circular, now we have to minimize the curved surface area of the cone where its volume is given to us, and then we have to prove that its altitude is root 2 times the radius of its base. Let r and h be the radius and the height of the cone respectively. Now, then volume V of the cone is given as V equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square h. And from this we can find the value of h, and that will be equal to 3v upon pi r square. This is our equation first. Now, this we have to minimize the surface area of the cone. So the surface area S of the cone is given by S equal to pi rl. Now, in a cone, now its height was h, radius was r, so L will be under root r square plus h square. So in place of L, we can take it as r square under root r square plus h square. Now that will be pi r under root r square plus, and value of h in equation number first was 3v upon pi r square. So that h square will be 9v square upon pi square r to the power 4. That is from equation first. Now this will give us this surface area S as 1 upon r under root pi square r to the power 6 plus 9v square. As we have to minimize this surface area of the cone or curved surface area of the cone. Now here it is easier to solve or differentiate S on squaring both sides than to differentiate it in the form of root. So we will take the square of both sides S square as S dash, that equal to 1 upon r square pi r square r to the power 6 plus 9 v square. Now that means S dash will be equal to pi square r to the power 4 plus 9 v square upon r square. On differentiating S dash with respect to r, ds dash upon dr will be equal to 4 pi square r cube minus 18 v square upon r cube, and d2 s dash upon dr square on differentiating ds dash upon dr with respect to r will be equal to 12 pi square r square plus 54 v square r to the power upon r to the power 4. Now on taking ds dash upon dr equal to 0, we are getting value of r to the power 6 as 9v square upon 2 pi square. So at r raised to power 6 equal to 9v square upon 2 pi square, d2 s dash upon dr square will be positive or greater than 0. Thus we can say that s dash is minimum at r raised to power 6 equal to 9v square upon 2 pi square, and if s dash, that is the square of s, is minimum, then S will be minimum at r raised to power 6 equal to 9v square upon 2 pi square. When r raised to power 6 equal to 9v square upon 2 pi square, then v square will be equal to 2 pi square r to the power 6 upon 9. So, at this point, now h will be equal to 3 upon pi r square into v, and value of v was root of 2 pi square r to the power 6 upon 9. That value of h we have taken from equation first, and we will put the value of v from the previous solved part to get the value of h, and that will be h equal to root 2 r. Hence we can say that for a given volume, the right circular cone of the least curved surface area has an altitude, that is h here, equal to root 2 times the radius of its base. In 25th question, we have to show that the semi-vertical angle of a cone of a maximum volume and of given slant height is tan inverse root 2. Here we have to maximize the volume of the cone where its slant height is given to us, and we have to prove that its semi-vertical angle is equal to tan inverse root 2. Suppose semi-vertical angle of a cone be theta and its slant height be L, with height of the cone as h and radius as r. So in triangle AOB, now as L is constant here, so we will find out h and r in terms of theta and L. So in triangle AOB, sin theta will be equal to OB upon AB, or we can say R upon L, and that will give us R equal to L sin theta. Similarly, cos theta will be equal to OA upon AB, or we can say H upon L, and that will give us H equal to L cos theta. Now we have to maximize the volume. Therefore, we will find out the volume of the cone, and that will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Now, as value of r was L sin theta and value of h was L cos theta in equation first and second respectively, so in place of r and h we will put its values from equation first and second, and that will give us v equal to 1 upon 3 pi L cube sin square theta cos theta. Now on differentiating v with respect to theta, dv by d theta will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi L cube sin theta into 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta. On differentiating it again with respect to theta, d2v upon d theta square will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi L cube into 2 cos cube theta minus sin square theta cos theta. Now in order to maximize or in order to find the minimum or maximum value of v, we will take dv upon d theta as 0. On taking dv by d theta as 0, either sin theta will be equal to 0 or 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta will be equal to 0, as sin theta into 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta were two factors of dv by d theta. As sin theta cannot be 0, so 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta will be equal to 0, and this can be written as 2 cos square theta equal to sin square theta, and this on dividing both sides by sin square theta or cos square theta, on dividing both sides by cos square theta, we will get tan square theta equal to 2, and that will give us tan theta equal to root 2 or theta equal to tan inverse root 2. Now, if tan theta is equal to root 2, that means its perpendicular will be equal to root 2 and hypotenuse will be equal to and base will be equal to 1 as tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base, and from this we can find out the hypotenuse of the triangle as under root 2 plus 1, that will be equal to root 3 by applying Pythagoras theorem. Now at theta equal to tan inverse root 3, g2v upon d theta square was equal to 1 upon 3 pi L cube into 2 cos square theta minus sin square theta cos theta. And on putting the value of cos theta and sin theta, we will get d2v upon d theta square at theta equal to tan inverse root 2 as 1 upon 3 pi L cube 2 into, now cos theta will be 1 upon root 3 and sin theta will be root 2 upon root 3, and this will give us d2v upon d theta square as minus 4 3 root 3 pi L cube, which is less than 0. Thus we can say that the volume of the cone is maximum at theta equal to tan inverse root 2, or slant height of cone or maximum volume is tan inverse root 2. Vertical angle of cone of maximum volume is tan inverse root 2. Now in question number 26, we have to show that the semi-vertical angle of a right circular cone of given surface area and maximum volume is sine inverse 1 upon 3. Here surface area is given to us and we have to maximize the volume of the cone, and then we have to find its semi-vertical angle. Suppose R, H and L be the radius, height and slant height of cone. Now surface area of cone A will be given by pi RL plus pi R square. From here we can find L in terms of A and R. So pi RL will be equal to A minus pi R square, and that will give us L equal to A upon pi R minus R. Now we have to maximize the volume. So volume of a cone V will be given by 1 upon 3 pi R square H. Now here, as in triangle AOB, L square will be equal to H square plus R square by Pythagoras theorem. From this we can say H square will be equal to L square minus R square, and that will give us H equal to under root L square minus R square. So in place of H we can take H as root of under root L square minus R square. Now here L value of L in equation first was A upon pi R minus R. So we can, in place of L square in place of L we can put the value of L as A upon pi R minus R from equation first, and this will give us V, volume V equal to 1 upon 3 pi R square under root A upon pi R minus R whole square minus R square, and on solving this we will get V as 1 upon 3 pi R square under root A square pi square R square minus 2A upon pi. Now to make the differentiation easier, we will take, in place of V, we will differentiate V square. So we will, on squaring both sides, we are getting V square as 1 upon 9 pi square R to the power 4 into A square upon pi square R square minus 2A upon pi. And here I have taken V square as X. Now this X will be equal to 1 upon 9 A square R square minus 2 upon 9 pi R to the power 4 A. Now on differentiating this X with respect to R, dx by dr will be equal to 2 upon 9 a square r minus 8 upon 9 pi r cube a, and d2x upon dr square will be 2 upon 9 a square minus 8 upon 3 pi r square a. Now on taking dx upon dr as 0, we are getting the value of r as 0, or 4 pi r square minus a equal to 0. As r cannot be equal to 0, so 4 pi r square minus a will be equal to 0, and that will give us the value of r square as a upon 4 pi, or r can be written as 1 upon 2 under root a upon pi. Now at r equal to 1 upon 2 under root a upon pi, the value of d2x upon dx square will be 2 upon 9 a square minus 8 upon 3 pi a upon 4 pi into a, and that will be equal to minus 4a square upon 9, and this one is negative, that means it is less than 0, and so x, that is v square, is maximum at r equal to 1 upon 2 under root a upon pi, or we can say that volume of a cone, as v square is maximum, so volume of the cone v is maximum at r equal to 1 upon 2 under root a upon pi. Now when r is equal to 1 upon 2 under root a upon pi, that means a equal to 4 pi r square, then L from equation first will be equal to 4 pi r square upon pi r minus r, and that will give us L equal to 3r. Now our cone was r, h, and the slant height was L, and suppose the semi-vertical angle of the cone is theta, then sine theta will be equal to r upon L, and value of L was 3r, that means sine theta will be equal to 1 upon 3, and we can say that theta equal to sine inverse 1 by 3. Thus the semi-vertical of a right circular cone of given surface area and maximum volume is equal to sine inverse 1 by 3. Thank you.